This live presentation was produced in Ashland, Oregon by the Rogue Valley Metaphysical Library and Event Center. RVML relies on the support of our volunteers, members, and donors to organize and present these programs. For more information about this presentation, or to borrow, download, or purchase other recordings from our catalog, please visit our website at rvml.org.
Good evening. Namaste. I have brought for you greetings from the greatest source of energy on this planet. God has created many things. Of them, the greatest is the sun. Our planet, Earth, is an accidental fallout from the sun. So it is connected with the sun. And so scientifically we know that life on this planet is not possible without the energy from the sun. This is a scientific fact we all know. Our ancestors, forefathers, thousands of years back, were more wiser than us. They loved the sun. Sun was friend to them. They had practices by which they harnessed energy directly from the sun. And so they were happy. They had no mental problems, no physical problems, no spiritual ignorances. They're all highly enlightened, and everyone went into the heaven. But earth rotates, and so changes also come. The great poet Shakespeare says, changes do come in the world, we cannot prevent. And even sometimes a good order goes away, is wiped out, and a bad order takes place. And so in that change, slowly humanity distanted from the sun. Physical distance remains the same, but emotional and mental. See what we are today. Sun is our enemy. We consider sun as our enemy. We curse the sun. We are not friendly to sun at all. Even some sunlight falls on us accidentally because of our movements. We are compelled to move about. Something falls on us, even that we curse. And so what is the net result? Not the benefit, but the deficit, the suffering that we are having. The nature's greatest gift that we are enjoying on the top of our body, the brain, we are hardly able to use, say 2 or 3%. Nature has gifted us with enormous potentialities. We are all destined to be God. We have all divinity inside us. We are all full of powers. But unfortunately, our brain remains dormant because no sunlight is reaching the brain. Brain is nothing. It's a supercomputer. We are still trying to find out what brain is. We are nowhere in studying the brain. Still, what we know till today, brain is a supercomputer. Man-made computer is nothing compared to that. So I have named this brain, being a future computer, as Brainuter. Our journey now starts from computer to Brainuter. The day is not far off when this man-made computer will be dusting, it will be in the past memory, and we will use only our brain as a supercomputer. All works will be done through the brain. We are heading for that. Thousands of experts are doing research on that. Now that is the hardware that we are having, brain. We often talk of that man is endowed with infinite powers. We are all built in for infinite performances. We can do anything. First, mind has to decide, and then we have to work. So these powers that nature has given us, infinite power, is the software of this brain uter. Now we have a mind where we think, we give suggestions, yes, no, arrive at some decisions, give instructions through the brain. That does the combined work of the keyboard and the mouse. So what we lack is the power supply, electricity. If brain gets electricity, power supply, then we can do wonders. Now sunlight has to reach the brain for that. Now it can reach only through our eye. Eye is also the extended part of the human brain. These are all medical facts. Eye is the most powerful part of our body. We understand emotions of other people only because of the eye. We receive power and give powers to others also through the eye. Our soul, S-O-U-L, at the time of birth, enters through the eye and sits in the third eye called the pineal gland, which is exactly in the center of the brain. A third eye. Just before death, it lives through the eye. So eye is most powerful part of the body, yet very delicate part of the body. Eye is very delicate part of the body. So when we make use of eye to receive sunlight so that it goes to the brain, we must be careful, we must be concerned, we must be cautious to see that no harm takes place to our eye. Nowadays we are all scared. The modern education has distanced us from the sun. Always we hear, if you look at the sun, you will go blind. If you are in the sunlight, you will get the cancer. This is a repeated story. But now it is fast changing. Because results are coming. Actually, the health of the eye is improving by looking at the morning or evening sun, sunrise and sunset. This was not analyzed. How does the sunlight changes from sunrise to sunset? What are its beneficial effects at morning and evening? The dangerous effects in the noon. We only knew about the dangerous effects at midday. And so that ultraviolet of the noon was informed to us always. Noon sun is definitely harmful. But what about 1 hour from sunrise, which is known as the first hour of the sun? What about last hour of the sun? 1 hour before sunset. Now we know through scientific data that first hour and last hour of the sun has no ultraviolet at all. It is zero anywhere on earth, any part of the year. Rarely it happens to be 2 UV index in summer. Even up to 2 ultraviolet index, if eye receives the sunlight, then it goes to the body through the brain and vitamin A develops in our body. So far we knew about D, sunlight falling on the skin. But when eye looks at the sun, the powerful photons of energy from the sun are received by the eye, then they go to the brain, then to the body, then vitamin A is manufactured, and when vitamin A is in abundance, the health of the eye improves. This is what our eye wants. So actually vision improves, Diseases like cataract, nearsightedness, farsightedness, glaucoma, migraine, everything disappears. Now this is happening. So we have books now written by experts. Better eyesight without glasses, reading without glasses, throw away glasses. And so far there is no proof that anyone went blind by looking at the morning or evening sun. We all go and see, watch for enjoyment, sunrise and sunset for minutes together. Has anybody gone blind? Yes, looking at the eclipse can make you blind. And that happened to that Galileo. And only that is being repeated. Galileo went blind, so you will also go blind. There is no other example so far after Galileo. Even he regained his vision, but that is not mentioned at all. And interesting happenings are kept suppressed, but truth can never be suppressed. It comes out. So an interesting record was with the Pentagon. American prisoners of war in Korean War were punished. Punishment was gaze the sun from morning till evening, including the midday sun. The Korean government thought they will all go blind, and so American forces will get demoralized. But something contrary happened. After some time, everyone thanked Korean government. Those who had glasses and spectacles gifted that to Korean government, saying our vision is 20/20 perfect. Thank you very much. Now this record is on the website of many people. I got email from a New York lady last week. Her dad went for pilot's test. Vision was bad, so could not get through. Then he started sun gazing, went again, and his vision was found 20/20 and he got pilot's license. So things are happening. And after all, sunrise or sunset are not at all harmful. First hour and last hour, and this is what our ancestors did in the olden days. Now we call them sun worshippers because we have missed the understanding what they did with the sun. Now when you start sun gazing, there are no restrictions at all. This is the only practice which has no religion, no ritual, no restrictions. Continue the same lifestyle. Don't change your daily routine at all. There is no suggestion that you have to give up food. There is no suggestion that you have to give up medicines. There is no suggestion that you have to give up your exercises or any other thing. Continue everything. Just add this super scientific exercise of sun gazing. It can be done according to your choice also, either morning or evening. You can even switch over according to your convenience. Twice a day also is not necessary. Only once, either morning or evening. First day, when you are looking at the sun during these safe periods, the maximum that you look is 10 seconds only. Now what is 10 seconds? Nothing. Why should one be scared? Your eye can blink and flicker. 10 is the maximum. You can have lesser seconds also as you feel comfortable. That's all your first day exercise. When you are looking at the sun, as far as possible, stand straight as I am standing. Keep your spinal cord straight. Also, if possible, stand barefoot on dirt for better results. But in winter, you may not be able to go out. Even you can gaze through your glass window from your house. In such cases, the benefits will be little less, but no harm. You cannot put yourself in discomfort and do sun gazing. So comfort of your body also matters. You can sit and also do sun gazing. The whole philosophy is you have to look at the sun. Then only photons of energy are received by the eye. and they go to the brain and they do the wonders. Now next day you look sun for 20 seconds. That is the maximum. That's all. Every day go on increasing in installments of 10 seconds. That is the maximum. Build up the time in 10 seconds. Some days there will be cloudy weather. Your compulsion in life may prevent you. Forget about that, no harm. Whenever you miss some days, your results are little prolonged, that's all. If you get sunlight every day, you get results earlier. If you don't get, you get results later. Even in a country like Russia, people are coming out successful in sun gazing, in getting the results. So by 3 months, you will be at 15 minutes if you have started with 10 seconds, 90 days. The first will be the benefit to your eye, health improves. You can get your eyes checked, tested, and it is a must because your prescription will change, and so you have to change your glasses accordingly. Otherwise, the improvement will be lost. Don't continue to use old glasses. But only one thing, request here. Don't tell your eye expert that you are gazing at the sun. Get the results yourself, compare it, because still most of them are not outside the box. Still they are following the old thing, though many have written the books in favor of sun gazing. Because otherwise a prejudiced mind will give a prejudiced report, even if there is nothing. Now here there are many sun gazers who have reached 20 minutes, 25 minutes, nothing has happened to their eye, no harm. So don't get scared, and your eye will get adapted. By 3 months you will be at 15 minutes. Slowly you are building up. Human body can do anything if first mind decides. If mind accepts, body adapts. We often hear someone eating stones, eating glass pieces, chewing razor blades like a cake, eating bricks like a bread, swallowing live snakes. And nowadays we hear about a popular game which is heading for Olympics entry, eating cockroaches in abundance. And they get lot of prize monies are offered for that. Now the question is, if a human body can do all those things, if things get digested, there is no harm inside. Even a blade that is chewed doesn't hurt the teeth, the tongue, the throat, intestines. What is the answer for the science? There is no answer. The only answer is, if mind accepts, body adapts. If your mind decides you want to do a certain thing, then you train that part of the body. You get that part trained. So here, compared to all those things, training your eye is such an easy process. Just your mind decides you want to gaze the sun. You know the safe periods. Slowly you are building up the time. And our eyes are definitely trained to even worse things. We are voracious TV and computer gazers. Hours and hours we are before that. The light that we get from these electrical gadgets is much worse than what we are afraid of the sun. So by 3 months you are at 15 minutes. First the health of the eye you get. And then another wonder takes place. The brain gets the energy by 3rd month more or less. So it activates. Some of the software that is coded inside you gets operated. Some powers inside you are invoked. And first you get is the perfect balance of mind. The wavering mind, disturbed mind, turbulent mind becomes balanced, and this is what we want in life. Because our mind is not balanced, we go wrong in all our decisions and we suffer, we falter. your mind becomes balanced. Then you become positive in thinking. Your negative thoughts get converted into positive. That also we require. Fear in life goes away. At present, we have a fear. Every step we walk, we have a fear. What is going to happen? What will happen next moment? Fear is a shadow to us. Even at night, even in darkness, fear is a shadow. We can see that fear is a shadow. But brain gets energized by the sun. And you are free from all fears. Even fear of death also goes away. You are prepared for that. What is to happen, let it happen. You are not disturbed. We have a willpower coded inside us right from birth, but it is silent. That is invoked, so you develop willpower. You are full of self-confidence. Peace is within you. That comes to the surface. When you are enjoying peace, when you are peaceful, you are not disturbing others, so you are a contribution to the world peace. At least one person is not disturbing others. You become mentally healthy. And when you are mentally healthy, some of the psychosomatic disorders which are in lighter mood in you, like diabetes, blood pressure, cholesterol, asthma, allergy, they all go away because body chemistry is balanced. Usually we get these diseases because of tension, stress, anxiety, excitement. Our body chemistry changes and we succumb to these diseases. So you are free from psychosomatic disorders if they are in lighter mood in you. And nowadays, mental health experts agree that in our modern lifestyles, we are not only avoiding sunlight, but even daylight. See our houses, our dwelling places. We never allow even daylight to enter. There are very few houses or offices or factories or educational institutions or prayer houses which allow even daylight and sunlight to enter through the windows. Mostly we have beautiful curtains inside. So during daytime we deprive ourselves of this positive source of sun energy. And also during daytime we put on artificial electrical lights and store negative energy inside us. And also we suffer when the bill of energy comes after a month or two. Then we realize our mistakes. But this vicious circle goes on. We never change. This is a positive medicine, allowing sunlight and daylight inside your houses during daytime. You will have more concentration in your work. Your children will be having more concentration in their studies. Their teeth will be improving. Their bones will be improving. They will have better health. Your atmosphere inside your house will be positive. Today we have all negative atmospheres. Then we keep wind chimes before our house to remove the negative energy. Then we have emblem of the sun. But that doesn't serve purpose. Best thing is allow daylight and sunlight to enter. Let glass windows be there to prevent cold weather. This will definitely change your health for the betterment. And since we all run short of sun energy in winter, what happens when sunlight is not there for months and days? Then we see larger population always looks sad. They are always dull mentally in winter. That is known as seasonal affective disorders or winter blues. Then artificial lights are focused on the eye to energize the brain. But in that process also, eye gets damaged. Some tablets are given like Prozac, which puts up your weight 1 pound every month. You go like a balloon. And you know, if balloon is pumped more, what happens? This happens to many people. These psychiatrist drugs, now mental health experts suggest the best thing is immediately move to a sunny climate if you are suffering very badly. Stay there for a month or two and you will get cured. And in future, such people must accept sunlight whenever it is safely available in their area. It will get stored in their body, will be carried forward for the next winter, and you will not have mental disorders. So sunlight has now become medicine, first for the health of the eye, then for the health of the mind. You will be free from mental disorders, and this is what the present day world wants. For a real world peace, we must be all free from mental disorders. Then only we can achieve world peace. World peace does not mean that nations do not fight with each other. That is a limited peace. Real world peace is when we all human beings are free from tension, stress, anxiety, excitement. We don't harm others, we love others. There is a smile on the face of each and every individual, and that is the real green planet, smile on the face of every human being. And sun gazing brings that good order. So mind, health of the mind you get first, after the eye. And that is what I am insisting. The WHO, World Health Organization, speaks of body, mind and spirit as the total health. But I am altering these words. I am putting mind, body and spirit. According to me, very little mind is in the body, but the whole body is in the mind. It is mind over matter. Body will follow the mind. Mind will never follow the body. Mind can drag the body. Body can never drag the mind. This is what happens when diseases come. Disease does not harm you, but the fear of the disease harms you more. You think so many things even before disease starts attacking you. So here fear goes. Mind is full of energy. So health of the mind matters first. If you treat mind, if mind is healthier, your body is bound to remain healthier. And those who are interested only in mental health, then you can quit sun gazing by 3 months. But to maintain what you have gained from the sun for your entire life, that you have no mental disorders in spite of any problem that comes to you in your future life, just gaze the sun 5 minutes every day, or walk on dirt, be in contact with Mother Earth 45 minutes in a day is more than sufficient to keep you happy forever. Problems will be there in life. Life's meaning is problem. Life cannot be without problem. But when problems come, your mind will be so energetic that you will tackle all the problems to your success. That is the benefit that you are getting through sun gazing. Then those who have physical problems and want to cure, say serious diabetes, blood pressure, cholesterol, asthma, allergy, cancer, AIDS, tuberculosis, osteoporosis, rheumatism, arthritis, anything, sun has a cure. We nowadays hear about the color therapy, how different colors of the sun cures different diseases. There are many methods. Solariums are used, where different color lights are taken from the sun and thrown on you. Then colored glass bottles are used. Natural stones are used. And all alternative medicines that are used nowadays, including Reiki, pranic healing, Sujok, Feng Shui, then distant healing, absent healing, remote healing, telephone healing also now it has come, spiritual healing, all these alternative medicines, medium is the sun energy. The healer himself first makes himself, he stores the sun energy. then he passes on that energy to you and you are healed. You are healed. But sometimes it so happens that if healer is himself suffering, if he has any mental or physical problems, then instead of healing, he may give you his sufferings as bonus. So there is always a danger. Nowadays, lot of commercialization of these alternative medicines. So here you save that problem because you are the direct recipient of sunlight. You don't require any intermediary between. And when sunlight, you are gazing at the sun, you just give a direction to your brain that this source of energy that is entering your body must go to that part of the body where you have pain, suffering, disease. It will go there and cure you. Don't go into this color therapy because it is highly confused nowadays. Thousands of books on color therapy are available by several authors. And if one author says red color cures your kidney problem, another will say blue and third will say green color. So if you go through 2 or 3 books, you will be highly confused. So my attempt has been to suggest a safe, non-ambiguous method where there is no duality. Anybody can do it very easily. So just look at the sun when you are beyond 3 months. Give suggestion to your brain. Think positively that this light is going to the part where you have pain, suffering, disease. It goes and acts and cures you. Body heals by itself. Body has auto-healing and auto-repair process. Requires a boost from the energy, sun energy. And this happens here. If you also add safe sunbathing to the safe sun gazing, then by 6 months you will be liberated from any dreaded disease. Let it be cancer. Safe sunbathing means when ultraviolet index of the sun is between 2 and 5, when you are in the sunlight, you don't perspire, you just have the warmness of the sun, that feeling, not heat, but the basking feeling from the sun. That sunlight which warms you without heating you, and you sit or sleep, half an hour to 45 minutes, insulin builds up, and so diabetes goes. Whatever has gone wrong in your body, micro or macro parts, which has been degenerate in your body or become lifeless, inactive, they are rejuvenated back, brought back to life. And so diseases like cancer also goes. No part of your body becomes dead till we are alive. They only become temporarily lifeless. And through sunlight, they are rejuvenated back, become full of life. And so now an expert writes a book on cancer. It's UV Advantage. You can download from a website called mercola.com. There are a lot of testimonials are now coming how sunlight is curing different diseases. This Michael Holick, author of UV Advantage, writes, safe sunlight cures cancer. Intense sunlight gives you cancer. And UK Cancer Society even goes a step forward. They suggest now that don't avoid also safe sunlight. Whenever safe sunlight is available, at least warm your body for half an hour. If you avoid that, then also you are bound to get diabetes, blood pressure, cancer, AIDS, osteoporosis, and so on. See the beliefs changing. So far we are advised, remain away from sunlight. Now the suggestion is, avoid intense sunlight, but never avoid safe sunlight. Accept it. That is a powerful medicine. And the Australian research also suggests that because we are avoiding safe sunlight, serotonin, which has to build up during daytime in our body, it runs in deficiency. So at night time, when we close our eye and brain gets the darkness, the third eye, the pineal gland, which has to release melatonin, it will not release melatonin. And so we have unsound sleep, insomnia. Most of us. This is the main reason. We know when we travel from one time zone to another, to adjust our sleeping pattern, melatonin is given to us. Here our pineal gland releases melatonin. Only if serotonin is in sufficient quantities during daytime. And for that, this is also a must. Allow ample daylight and sunlight to enter all your dwelling places. If you also drink sun-charged water right from the beginning, the type of water that you are used to drinking, the quantity of water that you are drinking, leave it in a clear glass container, more or less like a jar, a round thing, so that more sunlight enters inside it. Leave it in sunlight from morning till evening. Close it with a lid so that dirt does not fall in it. Preferably a glass lid. If not, any lid is okay, but avoid plastic. No plastic at all. Because now we know the bad effects of plastic. We have started now understanding how plastic is creating problems for us. And just before sunset, take that container inside. In winter you can live near a glass window inside the house. Even then it will get charged. Make maximum use of sunlight with available conditions. Drink that water within 24 hours as a natural drink. That is the best energy drink now available on this planet. The best antioxidant, the best preventive medicine. Can be used also as eye drop, ear drop, nostril drop. Can be used as ointment on your skin if you have got any skin problems. And nowadays, based on this sun-charged water, sun-brewed teas are becoming very popular in places where there is ample sunlight. Just before going for official work, office work, they leave a tea bag dipped in a glass of water, leave it in sunlight. When they return, tea is ready for them. Then they add something to it. So 3 things if you do: safe sun gazing, safe sunbathing, drink sun-charged water. By 6 months you will be liberated from all physical problems. What a great gift from the sun. If your further goal is only body fitness, then here also you can quit sun gazing. You would have reached 30 minutes. The only thing that you have to do afterward is that you don't have any physical problems in your future life. Just gaze the sun 10 minutes every day, or walk on dirt, be in direct contact with Mother Earth, only 45 minutes in a day. Walk, relax, that's all. You will never have any physical problems, even with changes in climates. No virus, no epidemic will enter your body. Your immune system will become so strong. Actually, it is the energy system that we require. If energy system of body becomes strong, then you win all battle against your mental and physical disorders. Now, third phase of this practice, spiritualism, is your individual choice. If you like it, then only you can proceed. But mind and body, everyone requires that fitness. That is a must. If you want to evolve yourself in higher spiritualism, higher consciousness, be on a road to enlightenment and reach heaven, then sun gazing beyond 6 months is a must. Also, for those who are highly obese and want to reduce their weight without much effort, weight also goes down happily. In all these cases, liberation from food is a must. It is the food, because it is having lot of toxic waste, that we have bad thoughts, stands in the way of spiritualism. So liberation from food is a must for higher spiritualism. But when we liberate ourselves from food, then the question comes, how does the body sustain? Now medical answer itself is, body requires energy, energy is a must, food is not necessary. Our body runs only on energy. The traditional food that we are taking is nothing but secondary source of sun energy. If there is no sunlight, nothing will grow on this earth. So what we eat is a secondary source. The original, which our ancestors received, we are avoiding. And when we cook all this plant kingdom, then sun energy is lost. Cooked food is highly dangerous. That is now proved by science. And that is why wiser people are coming out like raw food people. This is the main philosophy of raw foodist people. Raw food society is increasing day by day because they don't cook. So sun energy is not lost. Everything goes inside them. So slowly we are heading towards that. Raw food people are just a step away from direct sunlight. When Imperial Medical College London knew about few people living only on sunlight, right from 10 years to 52 years, those of you who would have read Autobiography of a Yogi, anybody? Yoganand's? Oh, many. There you might have read a lady remaining on sunlight for 52 years. A Christian great saint, Teresa Neumann in Germany, 12.5 years. Other saints, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. When they were questioned, the only reply was that our brain is getting energy from the sun and we are sustaining ourselves. But we can't give any explanation because world is not prepared for that. So at that time, we missed the scientific approach. But this greatest medical institution of the world in those days, they wrote, solar radiation is the original food of humanity. What we eat is a secondary source. Someday somebody will prove how man can live directly on sun energy. So it is the philosophy of medical science itself that man can live on energy. Food is not required. And it happened with me. I was able to prove it. I will come to that later. But how it is happening, that is what I am entering in that aspect. When you extend your sun gazing beyond 6 months, by 10 seconds, the body cells which are spread over our entire body, they are all neat and pure, clean, no dirt inside, no mental disorder, no physical disorder. And the nature of all our body cells is similar to photovoltaic cells in a solar panel. And every body cell has individual brain, individual consciousness that we have in addition. So imagine how many brains, how many consciousness we are having. What we have at the top is the master brain, master consciousness. So when you extend your sun gazing beyond 6 months, slowly these cells start on energy from the sun. As the energy levels increase, your hunger proportionately starts disappearing. That is the difference. When we fast, Many of us fast for religious purposes, but we know we have a hunger, we suppress hunger, we control hunger. And it's a problem always to control hunger. It rebounds. Anything that we control rebounds. So anything that we want to get eliminated must disappear from us. So hunger has to disappear, and hunger disappears when energy comes inside our body. Hunger is in direct proportion to the energy required by the body. Instead of converting from the traditional food, we are getting slowly more and more from the sun, the original source. And by 9 months, when you are at 44-45 minutes, your hunger disappears. Even you have no desire, no hunger pangs. And when you experience that 3-4 days, then you have to give up sun gazing forever. Then only for a year. In this case, if you have done 9 months of sun gazing, because brain has got full power supply, the maintenance exercise is only for a year. Either gaze the sun 15 minutes or walk on dirt 45 minutes in a day. At the end of 1 year, your body will become totally sun-charged, solarized. You will be like a solar chip. Just like a chip in a solar calculator. Then nothing required. You can even give up walking, sun gazing, everything. Even occasionally you are going out. Something falls on you, even daylight. That will recharge the energy. And whole life you can live like this, living on sunlight. This is called living on sunlight. And that is why this phenomena has created interest among space agencies. Food is a problem for travel in outer space. You can't carry food for months and years. It's very difficult to digest food also. Metabolism malfunctions, spinal cord gets extended. There are a lot of problems. So they are also in a search for a micro food. The food that cannot be carried but can be received from cosmic sources, and the best is the sunlight. So this has already created interest, and since I was examined first by NASA-funded universities in Pennsylvania, Thomas Jefferson and UPenn universities, now I have filed my proposals, my centers to NASA, that we have a key to solve this food problem of outer space.